So The Sims just announced 2 SpongeBob kits that come out on Thursday. This feels really out of the blue and not something I'm particularly interested in, even though I am a huge SpongeBob fan. I just feel like it's a very strange collaboration for The Sims 4 to have. But with that being said, I was given an early code, actually early access to a kit for the first time ever, which is really strange. So we're going to go through all the items. I'm going to show you what's in this. I already don't feel like I'm going to want to recommend this one, as it seems very specific and like something nobody really asked for. But if you do decide you do want to grab this kit, you can use my creator code Gryphi to support me as a creator. Thanks to EA for the code, but seriously, this kit is not worth the price. On with the review. Who lives in a pineapple? A pineapple is technically a berry, and your house can be too. Use siding, a roof pattern, and spiky leaves to create a home fit for your quirkiest Sims. You can even use a sand-like floor tile to give your home an under-the-sea feeling. Fill your space with items from Bikini Bottom, furniture from floaties or salvaged from ships, a peculiar plant, nautical knickknacks, and more, including doors and wallpapers with a variety of swatches from SpongeBob's living room. And that is for SpongeBob's house kit, but there's also SpongeBob's kids room kit, which this one is kind of what I would expect if I heard there was a SpongeBob kit. The other one, I don't know who's gonna use that. But anyway, a cheerful room. Plaster the walls with decals of your favorite characters, including SpongeBob and Patrick. There are toys like a dollhouse replica of the Krusty Krab, plus pineapple furniture, including a dresser and bookshelf. It's a collection that'll make even the sourest squid smile. And fandom fashion, display your love of SpongeBob with comfy clothes. There's a t-shirt, PJs, and snuggly slippers that look like SpongeBob or his friends. And take your favorite character wherever you go. We're not going to be looking at the cast, I'm just going to look at the items, but let's load up. I just genuinely can't believe this is what I'm recording right now, is there's SpongeBob kits. I would love to know where this idea came from, and it feels like it's another Journey to Batu, but a kit this time? Like such a random collab. I'm gonna draw out a room here, and we'll start with SpongeBob's house, I guess. We do have some new wallpapers, including the pineapple texture, which is very interesting. It comes in a few different colors here, so I guess it could be other things. The blue isn't too bad, and this one just looks like a tile. We also have the bamboo block print, which I believe is from inside his house. And we have all of these colors. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I feel like I've seen that one before as well, because I have watched the show. Interesting. We got some floral patterns here. I actually do like this green one. That's an odd texture. And here's another color of it. And then we have the sturdy steel paneling, which we've seen in a lot of the buildings in SpongeBob. So that is what this looks like. We got like a rusted one as well. It just doesn't feel like it fits the style of the game. It feels very alpha to me. And yeah, so far my favorite wallpaper has got to be this green like flower. There's also some new floor textures, which is the sun-soaked sand, which looks like that. You can also get a pink version of it, like a gray, another pink, or an orange. And then here are the items. I believe this is like an early purchase item, the Goofy Goober guitar. Are you a Goofy Goober? Gosh, I can't believe I'm recording this. This is so wild to see. But here are the swatches on that guitar. We also have a new window, the Port of Call porthole. It has some swatches, including like some rusty ones and just a variety of different metal swatches as well. Even a pink one if you'd like. Got yellow, gold, this like very two-dimensional looking one that has that SpongeBob animation style. There's even a red one. And then we have the doors from the show as well. Here are all of the swatches on this one, including that last one that looks directly out of SpongeBob itself. Interesting. I like the dirty swatch of this door. Vibrant sky flowers. Okay. These are normally in the sky, as the title suggests, but they're just a little decor object you can put on the floor. Weird. We have a little sky flower, which is just like a little plant from SpongeBob. Looks like this. Here are all of those swatches. There's also the foghorn alarm, which is what his alarm looks like that's next to his bed. That's kind of cool, but I don't really see myself using it. Like maybe if I had a sim that was in love with SpongeBob. We also have the magic conch. I do appreciate the reference. Like I said, I'm a SpongeBob fan. I literally quote the show almost every day, but this feels like such a random collaboration, and I don't think I'm on board. This is just like the piece to put on top of the pineapple if you're going to build SpongeBob's house, and it comes in some swatches. Interesting. This one looks like Doodle Bob. The hook, line, and sinker side table. This one's okay. I could maybe use this outside of the context of SpongeBob, but it does feel very SpongeBob, which makes sense. But I'm trying to see what I can use outside of this context because it's just such a strange collab that I don't think I'm gonna want to use. We have this lamp, the light for advanced darkness. It's a bamboo lamp. And yeah, here are all of the swatches on it. It's not too bad, just not one I particularly like. And then we have the fun games. It looks like we have Mr. Krabs' first dollar, the drawn dollar, a picture of SpongeBob, and Squidward, Squidward's art, Gary, Squidward's house, Patrick's house, SpongeBob's house, handsome Squidward, Gary, Doodlebob, a Krabby Patty, and the Krusty Krab. We have a record player that looks like this. And here are all of those swatches. There's also a barrel chair you can place down. Wait, I think it is a chair for the Krusty Krab table. So you can go ahead and use these. If you want to build the Krusty Krab, you definitely can now. Here are all of the swatches for this table. And then for the barrel chair, here are the matching ones. Next up is the I'm Ready single bed. This is SpongeBob's bed. Very specific. I can't see myself ever using this unless I decided to build SpongeBob's house, which I feel like I'm less likely to do personally now that I have these items. I feel like it's something I might have done before, but now it feels kind of strange. The legendary life raft chair. This is the chair he has in his living room that he sits in, and yep, looks like that. There's also an inflatable love seat, also in his living room. Has some fun colors on it, but not sure when I would use that. Then we have the playing hooky lure, which is just a wall decoration of a fish. And here are those swatches. The wood ones are okay. Like, I don't mind that one that much. There's also the brilliant bubble vent, which is on the outside of a lot of the houses in SpongeBob, so we do have that now. Here are all of those swatches. You can see how out of place this looks in this world. And then finally, there is the diver's helmet TV, which is SpongeBob's television. It is a cool looking TV, I've always thought it was, but I don't see myself using this either. Like, I guess, like, maybe if you were going for something where, like, something was sunk underwater, because you could use some of these items for that idea since SpongeBob takes place under the sea. But I don't know. I can't recommend this one. So let's move on to the second one, the SpongeBob's Kids Room, and take a peek at the wallpapers. We start with a deep, true blue sky. Wow, that is the SpongeBob sky if I ever did see it. I didn't think I'd ever see it in The Sims, but here we are. Comes in a variety of swatches. If you've ever wanted your Sims bedroom to look like Bikini Bottom, you now have plenty of wallpaper choices. The second one is the Bikini Bottom Vista, which seems to just be like a landscape of Bikini Bottom as well. All the same swatches, I'm pretty sure. This one I like a little bit better, but it's still incredibly specific and not a big fan of that. All right, but let's look at all of the items. The first up is the Undersea Slumber single bed, which right away has SpongeBob and Patrick on it. Then there's one of the sky. We also have some more SpongeBob and Patrick. There's Pearl, just Patrick doing some dance moves. This one has SpongeBob on the beach, more SpongeBob and Patrick and Gary. SpongeBob on top of a jellyfish. We have a plain pink one. That one's not too bad. A plain yellow. We have some like nautical things going on this one. And then the last one is Patrick, Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob's house. So I don't think I'm going to use this really ever. Like these colors here are kind of cute, but the other ones, other than the last, well, these three in the middle towards the end are nice, but I don't think I'm going to use any of the other ones. Next is the clam-shaped task chair, just a computer chair shaped like a clam, and looks like we have a lot more of these kind of obnoxious patterns on them. There's a couple that are nice and neutral. Like I like this yellow one. I don't mind that. Conch and coral nightstand. A wavy nightstand with two colors of wood and the little flowers on the side. Got some other swatches of it. The pink one with the hearts isn't too bad. I could see that for a kid's room or a teenager's room, but a lot of the patterns I just really don't like. But this brown one is nice. I don't like the bed that matches, but I do like the brown one. Then we have a desk that has SpongeBob and Patrick on it and the fancy V. Here are those swatches, all of the same ones we've been seeing. They're just very busy. I believe this is also an early purchase item, the Conch Street Aquarium. And I don't mind this one because I feel like I could understand having SpongeBob decor in your aquarium. That makes sense to me, even in The Sims, having a fish tank and you got them some SpongeBob themed items. That one's okay with me. Then we also have the Flying Dutchman's Jungle Gym, which is kind of cool to see a new jungle gym. I don't like that SpongeBob's on it. I wish it could be like themed after SpongeBob without SpongeBob being there, but it looks like he's there on every swatch. So that's a pass from me. And then we have some wall decals. We have SpongeBob himself, and then in a different pose, and in a different pose. And there's Patrick and SpongeBob and more SpongeBob. Them together. Gary, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Patrick, Pearl, Squidward, Plankton stealing a Krabby Patty. Gary, Sandy, some jellyfish, and then we're back to SpongeBob. So we have all of those. If you ever needed SpongeBob decals, we now have them in the game. Okay. Next is the Patrick Star plush, and we also have the SpongeBob SquarePants plush. So we have some new stuffed animals, and it looks like they have a variety of faces and outfits, which is kind of cool. As a SpongeBob fan, I do like the different variety here. I didn't really need it in The Sims, but I do appreciate Doodlebob. Next is a rug based on a real treasure map. Okay, I see the Krusty Krab, see Goo Lagoon. We have the Chum Bucket. Like, we have all of the things you would recognize from the show here. Got some jellyfish, a plain blue one. That one's not bad. This one is like the flowers from the sky. That one as well. Got some more of those. This yellow pattern. We have a treasure map, another like board game treasure map maybe, and then this one which is a little bit more subtle but very much like, oh, this is SpongeBob because we have a squid, we have a sponge, we have a star, we have a crab. So still very SpongeBob. I think my favorite swatch here is this blue one. Oh, there's also many faces of Gary. Looks like a Gary plushie as well. So here are all of his many faces. So if you wanted that. Next is the Dreaming of Jellyfish Fields, which is a light with jellyfish on it, surprisingly enough. Here are all of those swatches. And yeah, moving on. Gary Wall Clock. It's Gary, and he's a wall clock. And as much as I don't want this collab, and I'm not here for it, I do hope that if you set an alarm on this clock, that the alarm is him meowing. That would make my day. Anyway, the Ahoy bookshelf. We have a bookshelf that's shaped like a boat, and we've got Plankton and Squidward in it. And here are all of those swatches. Looks like they're pretty much matching everything we've seen before, which means I'm gonna like the last two the best, the blue and white and the brown. And I guess if you covered the plushies, this could be kind of versatile in a kid's room, like an underwater theme or just like ocean theme. That could work. It looks like we also have some sort of wardrobe. The Barnacle Bureau. And if this has some plain swatches, oh gosh, there's so many with SpongeBob on it. If this has some plain swatches at the end, it could be okay. I could see myself using that one. And then maybe this one for a little kid's room. That one's really cute. Sandy Cheeks. I don't know why, but I think this is really weird to have Sandy as a big stuffed animal like this. But you have her in her regular outfit, in her bathing suit, or in her, I forget what this is called, but she's from Texas. It's one of her outfits from home. So we have that. Then there's a Dutchman's Treasure toy chest. I like the shape of it. Let's see if any of the swatches are okay. The plain colored ones are all right. And then yeah, the last two, which has been the trend here, are okay. But a lot of these colors are a lot, especially this pattern. Do not like that one. Then we have two more items. We have the Krusty Krab playset. And this is another one I think I'm okay with. It's a dollhouse. It's decorated as the Krusty Krab. You can have a kid that likes SpongeBob. That's fine. Here are the colors on that one. I'm not mad at that one. And then our last item is the Nautical Nonsense activity table, because we needed another activity table in this game. This is what this looks like. All of those same very funky swatches and the decent ones at the end. And I believe that's all. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. But that is the two different SpongeBob kits that just came out. They're part of the Bikini Bottom bundle, where if you buy them together, they're regular kit price. But if you buy them separately, they're more expensive, which is kind of ridiculous. And I can't recommend these. I really can't. I highly doubt I will ever use these items, or if I do, do, it'd be like 1 or 2 of them in very, very specific situations, with the exception of like this rug swatch. But let me know what you're thinking of this one. Is this something you're planning to pick up? And if you decide to, I do have a creator code you can use. It's just Gryphi. It supports me as a creator when you purchase packs using my code, but like you do not have to, and I don't recommend you get this one. But with that being said, I'm going to end this video here, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.